Hello everyone, this is Taria from Hidden Truth Tarot, and this is going to be for the Sun, Moon, and Rising sign of Aries. Aries, this is your weekly general reading for the 14th through the 20th of October 2019. Now this is an intuitive read. I'm using the Guardian Angel Tarot to pull a major theme for you this week. I'm also using the Everyday Witch Tarot for your weekly general messages. And at the end of your reading, I will be pulling several Find Your Happiness cards for you as well. Oh, beautiful. We have a win-win solution coming up here. All right. Thank you, Spirit. All right. What does Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign need to know this week, Spirit? 14th through the 20th. October 2019. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Aries, we are ready. Situation of the week, we have the Four of Swords. Crossing you is the King of Swords. And your foundation is the Eight of Pentacles. In your recent past energy, we have the Seven of Wands. Crowning you is the King of Cups. Beautiful. Your outcome energy is the Ten of Cups. All right, the overall energy is the Nine of Swords. All right, give me just a moment here. All right, let's take a look at your theme here. A win-win solution. Their strength in diversity. By blending the ideas of other people with your own, you can often come up with a solution that's magnificent. Start by focusing on the aspects that everyone agrees upon, and then open your mind to compromise and working together. Stay balanced and seek out a moderate approach. So beautiful. What I get from this, I feel like there's adjustments and compromises that definitely need to be made here this week. This could definitely have to do with a work environment, people coming together. It could also be a family situation as well, where compromises and adjustments need to be made. So you do have the Nine of Swords as your overall energy. So I feel these two get together. I mean, go together. I feel that, you know, the Nine of Swords represents being overwhelmed by your emotions, your feelings. Oftentimes this can represent anxiety, sleepless nights. And I feel this could be due to whatever is needed to be taken care of here, whatever compromise or adjustments that need to be made. So I feel, you know, because you have a beautiful reading here, I see that for many of you, you're working very hard. Some of you, I feel, have a lot going on, and there's a need maybe for you to take a pause and maybe reflect a little bit before moving forward. Definitely getting work or a family issue, and it will be resolved because your new circumstance, your outcome energy is the Ten of Cups, which is very positive. All right, so let's take a look at the situation of the week. We have the Four of Swords here. So what I was just saying a moment ago, the Four of Swords represents taking a temporary retreat. This could be meditation, time of contemplation, just maybe needing to take a little bit of a break. For some of you, this is due because you are overworked. There's exhaustion. I feel for others of you, this is a time to go within and maybe tap into your inner well of knowledge and really pay attention to your own inner guidance and intuition at this time as well. So we have the King of Swords coming up here in your crossing energy. This is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy. The King of Swords is that energy of being, very assertive, very just, being very direct. There could be a truth that needs to be said. This is kind of like taking care of situations that may be unbalanced, and you're seeking out balance here, making sure that everything is fair and just. All right, now there may be a need for some of you to cut out anything that's not serving your best purpose at this time. This could be a toxic work environment. You could have toxic people around you. This could be a way of thinking. There's a need for you to really use logic and reason and trust your own inner guidance here to move forward. And keep in mind, the King of Swords, he represents finding that balance. And that's what's being talked about here with this win-win solution. It's people coming together and making sure that everything is done in a just and right manner, okay? So now we have the Eight of Pentacles in your foundation. This is what's moving you and driving you this week. You're working very hard, all right? The Eight of Pentacles represents being very diligent, disciplined, you have a lot of knowledge about what you're working towards. This is like mastery in some area or situation in your life. This could be what you do on a day-to-day basis. And it brings about long-term financial reward and gain. Now, some of you could be going back to school. You could be gaining a higher education as well. This is a very beautiful energy. It's very positive. It talks about you being very down to earth, organized, as well as grounded, and working very hard towards your stability and your security, especially when it comes to your financial situation. Now we have the Seven of Wands coming up here in your recent past energy. The Seven of Wands represents, knowing that you have a purpose, okay? And it may be different than others. There may be difference of opinions even, but there's a need for you to stand in your truth about what is right and what's just for you. This, oftentimes represents you do have the upper hand in this situation, but most definitely there's a need for you to stand up for your rights and what your truth is. So I feel in your recent past, you definitely took a stand and spoke your truth, especially with the King of Swords in your crossing position as well. Now in your crowning position, you have the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. The King of Cups, this is what you know, this is what you're thinking about. You hold a lot of wisdom, Aries. You have a generous spirit, you're very giving, you're very supportive. And most importantly, this talks about that you are in complete control over your emotions at this time. So you have a lot of balance coming through here, being, emotionally grounded. So, and that brings about stability and security within itself. I feel people can come to you. They can ask for your advice. You are very willing to help others as well. And I think that's so positive. Now you have the Ten of Cups coming up here in your position of the new circumstance. This is your outcome energy, and the Ten of Cups is beautiful. This talks about, your family. This talks about your happiness, your joy, your peace, and hope and harmony and all that good stuff that is within your heart, what brings you emotional satisfaction and joy. There's a promise of more of this energy to come, is what Spirit is saying with this. And it's beautiful because you do see agreements being made here with the win-win solution. This is talking about people coming together and maybe that have difference of opinions, but being able to make the adjustments and the requirements and doing so and finding that balance within your own energy as well as balancing your relationships. So this is a win-win outcome here, and it's very positive, and it's beautiful. I see people coming together and working out their issues, and I feel by the end of the week, with this Ten of Cups energy as your outcome energy, this Nine of Swords energy, it will be a thing of the past. Okay, you will be able to break free from whatever this anxiety, overwhelmed by your feelings, whatever's been causing your sleepless nights here, and you're going to break free from that because everything is working out in the best possible way for you. Now remember this win-win solution. There's strength in diversity by blending the ideas of other people with your own. You can often come up with solutions that's magnificent. Start by focusing on the aspects excuse me, I'm sorry, Aries. Start by focusing on the aspects that everyone agrees upon, and then open your mind to compromise and working together. Stay balanced and seek out a moderate approach. Remember, there may be a need for you to go within and pause and reflect in figuring out what these adjustments and what these compromises, how it's going to work out. That's why this Four of Swords is the, situation of the week. I am so sorry, you guys. I've been fighting allergies. Please bear with me. And I definitely see you taking that time to pause and reflect as well. But you're coming at it with this energy of logic and reason here with the King of Swords. And you're going to make sure that everything is fair, just, and balanced. You're working very hard here with this Eight of Pentacles on what you do on a day-to-day basis. You're at a point of mastery. You've recently took a stand and, let people know who you were and who you are, Aries. And you're not backing down, and that's very important, because we are all unique. We're all different. We all have different gifts and different talents. And, sometimes people get jealous. Sometimes people have difference of opinions. But as long as you're doing what's right and just within your situation, that's what you have to do for yourself. So standing up and speaking your truth is very important. Now with the King of Cups, again, in your crowning position, this is you having that emotional stability here. Being very level-headed, being very grounded, very understanding. And I feel like you hold a lot of wisdom within. And you help people tremendously. And with the Ten of Cups, like I said, there's a promise of more to come from this energy. It's almost like the time and effort and work you've put in to find a solution with disagreements and, making compromises and adjustments. It's almost an energy of being rewarded for that with this Ten of Cups. Thank you, Spirit. Very positive. I'm seeing the energies of people getting together and working their differences out. And it's very good. Very good. Thank you, Spirit. All right. So we have nature. Take a moment to find peace and perspective while recharging in nature's beauty. How will I enjoy nature today? Embrace nature. All right. Action. The bridge between wanting and having is action. What steps will I take today to change wanting into having? Take action. Love it. All right. All right, Aries, I love each and every one of you. I want to thank you for being here. Please leave me a comment. Let me know how these energies are playing out in your situation. I send you all my love, wishes, and blessings, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye, Aries.